Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922 here. Finally, Medica Box came out. I was like, damn, so long. That was actually a good chapter. The ending was good. But that's not what this video is about. Also, I should let everyone know, PM me, motherfuckers. Game of Thrones tonight. 9 p.m. Be there or be square. Well, actually, 10 p.m. I'm going to do a live stream about it. But that's something else. Final episode 13 of ORESHURA. Okay, the ending. Oh, man. Eita! He better start thinking about getting on a plane and getting the fuck out, because he might be fucked. And this one was called Battlefield That Leads to a New World. And that title has meaning. That title has big freaking meaning in it. Beginning of the episode, we have the final episode. We have him running to find Mushuzu. And he goes to the area where the contest is being held, and we see Chiwa, and she's there and she's talking, how her feelings for this person she loves, and so on and so forth. And then she says, "I love Eita." And after her, and this was happening in the episode, after her it was Himeka, but nobody could find her. And Eita was there, and he was standing there, and she was behind him. And she's like saying, "No, I can't go up there, I'm too scared." And I was like, and you know what, let me tell you something. I would probably go up with eBay. Side note there, because man, she's hot and cute at the same time. But anyway, so she's hugging him and saying that she can go up there, and he just tells her, "You're part of the maiden club, and you should go. You can go up there. Just what do you love? What do you like?" And she says she likes him, and then he's like, then he says, "Just say you love me like 10 times," and then she says it. And the entire time they're doing this scene here, they're getting recorded on from up there. And she says that she loves him. She says, "I love Eita, and so on and so forth." And then, of course, freaking Chiwa and, Yumi, they put those things on him, shameless, kind of thing. And then he's sitting there, and that's what ends up happening. And then I think Fuyumi also goes up, but I'm not 100% sure. And after that, there was a little girl who goes up as well, who says, "I love my daddy." This 10-year-old girl. And I actually, surprisingly enough, that was the person who won the contest. Then after that, Mushuzu goes up. And this scene defies logic. This scene here with Mushuzu, to a very extent. Because what ended on happening was she was going to pull out of the contest. That was her plan. She wasn't going to get involved, because the fact of the matter is, she's a fake. And she's apologizing to it, and she's going to get out of the contest, canceling it, saying, apologizing to everybody, saying she's a fake, she has no reason to be here. And then Eita just gets up, and he walks in, and he starts talking and saying to her, you shouldn't do this. You should be what you are, act, be, and he wants to actually, he's telling her, start over. and everything. And he's actually has feelings for her in this scene. And the whole reason this defies logic is because in the beginning of this show, they were making believe. It wasn't like, oh, they loved each other directly. No. This was a fake relationship. This was phony. It was fake. It wasn't supposed to be anything. But Ada just tells her, I love you. Plain and simple. And she says, no, I hate you and everything with that regard. And the whole point is that she's a deceiver, Mashuzu. And she lies and everything. And even in front of everyone, Ada kisses Mashuzu. Pretty much. Now, the consequences behind this action obviously are the other three. Now, and the thing about this show that I think is really stupid is the aunt. Because she doesn't make any sense. She's trying to guide her nephew into finding one girl and stuff. Well, the thing about that is, it's like, who are you, his mother? So, after that scene with the kissing scene, he's in bed. No one comes to the dinner party, and they find out, and he narrates what happens. Is the one that actually had any kind of merit to the contest was Chiwa, and no one showed up for dinner or breakfast. And then next day, he's in bed, and Mashuzu's there, and she's like burying her face in his chest and everything, and saying that she wants to rot with him, and so on and so forth. And right before his aunt leaves, he says, Ada, come downstairs. I want to talk to you before I leave for work. And then she says to him that he's not going down. She's saying routes. Like, this is a dating sim. Which I found very weird. And she says, there's a way to get through this. And the way to get through this is by no means an easy way. Make the others hate you. Make the others hate you. So, that's what he does. He goes to every girl. First one he goes to is Hime. Now, Hime, he just basically states, I'm not burning fighter. He says, I'm not him. I'm just the random villager. And she falls for him. Like, literally. No fucking around. She says that's awesome, and she sticks by it. I'm like, no. And he was unable to do it. Get her to hate him. And I was like, I lost that one. Then he goes sees Fuyumi, and she is pissed. She's upset. She's like, and he is talking to her. And apparently, she's saying, oh, Daiko, you jerk. She's crying and upset, and she's trying to find a handkerchief. And what ends on happening is she gives him the marriage license. The fake marriage license. That's not a marriage license. I've never seen a marriage license look like that. And he, by accident, because she was crying, because how, because he couldn't remember her from his days in kindergarten. He accidentally cut himself on the paper, and he spilled the blood on the paper, and it was the area where you put the stamp. So, yeah. Pretty much what that meant. She got the fucking paper. And she was like, yeah! And she's jumping up and down and shit. And she's running all over the place. We're gonna get married now. And I'm like, no! So he failed there. And she says, oh, after, high school, we'll go to City Hall and stuff. And I'm like, Then he went to Chiwa. Now, listen, I know people say, Bankai, stop hating on Chiwa. Well, you know, truth be told, Chiwa was different from the other two. First of all, first of all, Hime is crazy. She's out of her fucking mind. And Fuyumi is just, she's asking to marry him. But she was a childhood friend. And he explains to her, this is the relationship I have with Mushizu now. And she's not angry, but she did cry. And she has no reason to be angry at him. That's basically her concept of... Actually, I like how Chiwa played this in this scene. It was like... Sort of like... She played it well. It wasn't too overpowering. She wasn't like... gonna beat him up or anything. You know, it was done well. And she basically... tells... You know, looks at him, goes to him, and actually tippy-toes on her toes and kisses him. And she says, you haven't noticed, but I've grown a little taller. And so on and so forth. And she's crying as she's doing this. And... it was kind of weird in this scene. When she was doing this. And said that the whole reason why she's not angry at him is because you're just trying your best. And there's no reason to be angry for that. And that's when Mushizu shows up and says, oh, well, might I join you? And the whole thing about this scene puzzles me for the ending. Because it seemed like, and it seems like, you know, she says, oh, for your girlfriend, and so on and so forth. And what happens is Chiwa tells Mushizu, come back in 9 years. But I guess emphasize that she's going to be taller in 9 years. And then Ada's looking at them, and he's like, and that's how it ends. Literally, that's how it ends. I don't know if anyone's seen what happens after the credits roll. But to me, that seems to be the ending. Now, I think the message behind this show was not, oh, he goes with the childhood friend Chiwa, or he goes with the other two. No, that's not the message. The message was, or is that for this anime, and for the series review, series-wise, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. It was funny as fuck. It was hilarious. For this final episode, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. It was pretty crazy, so I'd give it a 4 out of 5 for that. But the whole message was that Eita never wanted to fall in love. He was anti-love. But what ended on happening was that he fell in love with somebody who was exactly like him. Go figure. So he ended up falling in love with Mushizu, even though he's anti-love. And the whole point was he obviously felt sorry for Mushizu because she lies and she's a conniving person and she's got a horrible personality. That was the whole gist. Now, I don't know if there's a season 2, but damn. The only thing I gotta say, I said in the beginning for Eita. Now, this is what I think you should do. Become a polygamist. Wait, is that the correct... I don't know what the correct term is, but basically it's the term for a man who marries... who has more than 2 wives. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. That's what you should do. Alright, marry 4 wives. Have 4 wives. Doesn't matter. How bad can it be? Mushizu? Fuyumi? Hime? And Sheila. They'll have like 10 kids. But anyway, it was a good... The ending was questionable, though. To a certain extent. Because it was like 9 years, and he's like... Ugh. And that's why every episode had Battlefield at the end of it. Or every episode had the word Battlefield in it. Every episode title. That goes to show you that truly, Eita, his love life is a battlefield. And there's no way for him to escape. That was the message, more or less. And the other message, which I was saying with the whole thing, that he was anti-love and Mishuzu was anti-love. But in the end, he fell in love with Mishuzu, who lied at the time. So yeah. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. So this was a good series. Go check it out. It's funny as fuck. A lot of parodies. A lot of awesomeness going on. This has been Bonkai 922. I'll see you guys later. Fucking Game of Thrones, people. Tonight. Oh yeah. Lannisters. Starks. Greyjoys. I don't know if we're going to see the Greyjoys in this episode tonight, but it's going to be awesome. It's going to be fucking awesome. I'll tell you right now. I'll see you later.